One Republican senator is fielding some criticism today after giving a speech last night that failed to stay within the RNC and Trump's desired theme of unity. Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson took to the stage to give a speech with an old version of his speech in the teleprompter, apparently. At least that's what his office told a reporter last night. Here's the part of the speech that was supposedly scrapped, but that he read anyway.
Now they are the party of open borders, reckless spending, weaponized government, and weakness on the world stage. Today's Democrat agenda, their policies, are a clear and present danger to America.
All right, joining us now is Republican Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin. Senator, great to have you here. You say you were reading the wrong speech last night. What happened?
Well, Elizabeth, listen, I wrote a first draft, and then you had the events of Saturday. And so what I did is I added a paragraph talking about how we are meeting at a somber moment in history. And I hope we all heed President Trump's call to unity, strength, and determination. We must heal and unify this nation. That was right after my welcome to Wisconsin part, and speech popped up. That paragraph wasn't even there. We were going to take out the clear and present danger, but I made sure I focused on it was the Democrat agenda and policies that are a clear and present danger, and they are. It's perfectly legitimate to be talking about the differences between the parties. I happen to think the open borders, the 40-year high inflation, which has made your dollar worth only 83 cents, the war on fossil fuels, the weakness that this Biden administration has conveyed into America and globally has emboldened our enemies, and the world's on fire. So I think the Democrat policies are a clear and present danger. I have no apology for that.
Okay. There's just been sort of like as Ben Carson just said, and many other Republicans have said, and the RNC has said, and Trump himself has said, let's try and preach unity rather than division. But why didn't you just ad-lib some words about the importance of unity and toning down the rhetoric?
Because I never use a teleprompter. I always give my speeches extemporaneously. And once you're on a teleprompter, I have no idea how those operators are going to react to any kind of ad-libbing, which we were not supposed to do anyway.
You can say whatever you want, Senator. You're the senator from Wisconsin. It's your home state.
Elizabeth, for 2 years, even though I ran as a Tea Party candidate saying that debt and deaths are the greatest threat to this nation, I've been saying the greatest threat to our nation is our horrible political division. I've been pointing out the good news is we're not a naturally divided people. And the big goals in life, safety, security, prosperity, the fact that we love this country, we are in agreement as Americans. So why are we divided? It is because political figures, political groups are purposely dividing us. Things like critical race theory, identity politics. I've been railing against the division. So again, I'm perfectly willing to defend what I did last night. It was a good speech. I think most people thought it was as well.
Okay. Have you spoken to former President Trump, and what did he tell you about his injuries? Because so far we haven't had any kind of briefing from any doctors about stitches, how they treated him, the extent of his injuries. We've heard nothing from any doctors or anybody who cared for him.
I spoke to him yesterday morning. I told him he'd been in our prayers, my wife's and mine, my family prayers. We wished him well. And we also quite honestly talked about the chart that I gave him in April on the flight up to the Green Bay rally that he has basically said saved his life. So there's a little serendipity there as well. So we spoke about that.
Yeah, the chart that you showed him said that the numbers of migrant crossings, it was showing the number of migrant crossings at the border. There are new figures, however, out today that show border crossings have actually decreased 29% in June, the lowest since President Biden took office. Doesn't that mean that Biden's new executive order appears to be working?
Not even close, working good enough. President Trump basically left President Biden a secure border, even though encounters were inching up because Democrat candidates were saying that they were going to end deportation and give free health care. By that point in time, President Trump had also instituted Title 42, so the encounters we had, they were being returned under Title 42. President Biden, using the same authority that Trump used to close the border, opened it back up. He wants an open border. He caused the problem.
Well,
the fact that he's now using the authority he didn't say he had to improve it a little bit,
Senator,
it's not good enough.
I know it was late. no doubt about it, the executive order, but it has closed down the border and dropped crossings.
It has not closed down the border. It's still a disaster. We have migrant crime being reported almost every week, heinous rapes, murders. We just had a stabbing resulted in 2 adolescents murdered by an illegal immigrant. This is continuing. We're going to feel the ramifications of the disastrous open border policy of Biden and the Democrats for years, if not decades. It's not being fixed because they want an open border. They caused the problem.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.